Ram Ram. Namaste. Om Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaji Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guru Paramam Shishurasmi Guru Matirasti Guru. So yesterday's class we had the assignment. Most of you have submitted the assignment. I'm waiting for a few of those who haven't. We have pushed the date for one more day, so you have up till tomorrow to submit the assignment. So if you have any technical difficulties, please refer to last class's video and in the course contents page. So as you can see on the slide, you can read most of the words in this shlokam, but you can see a few places like sahasmi, asmi. So these kind of things haven't been taught yet in class. So you can look at all the places where that happens. So here there are 3 places: sahasmi, shishurasmi, and matirasti. So the sta, sma, and sma. So these are the kind of things we're going to be looking at in today's class. These are called Samyuktaksharani. And first we will start with an introduction to Samyuktaksharas.
Welcome back. You should now be familiar with the Samskrita.
Is the audio visible? Is the audio audible and video visible? Okay.
Varnamala. The basic letters of Sanskrit are divided into swaras and vyanjanas. You have also learned that vyanjanas combine with swaras to form gunitaksharas. Each vyanjana combines with different swaras to form a series of letters. For example, ka, ka, ki, ki, ku.
So we learned this in the last few classes about the Gunitaksharani series. So this is just a recap.
Kaha. Just like vyanjanas combine with swaras, they can also combine with other vyanjanas. This combination of vyanjanas is called Samyuktaksharam. For example, we have one vyanjana k and another vyanjana y. When these come together, we have kya, which is called Samyuktaksharam. This Samyuktaksharam is used in words like aikyam, vakyam, shakyam. As you can see, when we write the Samyuktakshara kya, we don't write the letters k and y separately. We join them with some modification. In the next section, you will know about different kinds of Samyuktaksharas.
So that was about the introduction. So as you heard in the video, Samyuktaksharas are somewhat numerous. So there are thousands and there are so many permutations and combinations that you can create. We'll be looking at them in types and sections so that it's easy to understand. And the more you read, read text in Sanskritam and read more books in Sanskritam, you get a hang of which Vyanjana and Vyanjana makes which Samyuktaksharam. It's more of a practice-based learning. This can't be given into, we cannot learn every single type of Samyuktakshara possible. There are thousands, but we will learn the most frequently used and the ones which will give you an idea of how to read it. Like k plus y is kya. So similarly, and there will be another letter like h plus y is here. So that would look similar to this. The way it combines is similar. So we will look at them in types according to how they combine similarly. So we learned that we don't write them separately like k and y. Both of them are vyanjanas, but we don't write them separately when we want to combine them. We write k, which is a letter by itself. And the examples for these were in the video: aikyam, vakyam, shakyam. So these are all words which you could probably read now. And learning Samyuktaksharas really makes your learning of the Devanagari script complete, because you need Samyuktaksharas to be able to read any text, because they are most commonly used. We have 5 types, and we will be looking at the video for the introduction to each of the types, and then we'll try to practice them.
The simplest type of Samyuktaksharam is where the first Vyanjana is written half and the next Vyanjana is written full. For example, let us see the word Kanya. N plus Y is Nya. In Nya, the first Vyanjana N is written half. The second Vyanjana Y is written full, and the matra for A is added to it to form Nya. Another example is Krishna. Sh plus N is Shna.
So that was type 1. She's going to now make the other combinations which are similar to this type, which come under this type. So pucham, ch plus ch. That means a tail. And there's another combination here, sankhya. So k and y makes kya. Jyotihi, j and y makes jya. Amba, m plus b makes mb. So you see the similarity in all of these, in that the first letter is written half and the second letter is written fully, and they are combined together physically. Kandukam, this means ball. N and d. This is sapta. So look at how it is very different. It doesn't combine this way, but it combines from the top. But if you observe, this is the way we write pa. We write the complete the, and then we make a pa at the top. So pa is written half, and then ta is written fully. This is shienaha, sh and y, shya. Pustakam, s and t, st. These should be relatively easy to read, because they look similar to the first and second letters, the vyanjanas which they were used, which they were formed from. So we look at the slides for it, and then we will go into practicing from paint. So again, this is another recap. So because I think that the more times you see the same thing, you will remember it easily. So I want to go through everything again, though it was in the video, because that was too fast-paced. So type 1, first Vyanjana is written half, and the next one is written fully. So this takes a lot of practice to be able to write it neatly and make it look good, and all of that. It will take a lot of practice. This is the time in this course where we have to be really patient, because Gunitaksharas were only 15, and these are like thousands. So we have to just be patient and enjoy the different combinations. So example for this is Kanya, as she mentioned. So observe the one I have written here. If you have any questions regarding the fonts, because I have written it from paint. Kanya. So the n half, and then follow my cursor. Nya. Then we write the ya, and then the a, the dirgha. Then you put the shirorekha at the top. Example 2 is Krishnaha. So first you write ka. Everyone remembers how to write ka, and we also know how to write kr. The k and rikara, and then the sha, the half sha, and full na. In tathadadharna, this is the na in tathadadharna. Then we put the visarga Krishnaha. Another thing regarding visargas, okay. So when this is, for example, this is shna, half, and when you add it with a visarga, then it becomes shna ha, if that makes sense. I'll show you again in the paint, but the reason why I'm sharing this is, in the previous slides, I think you have seen the word nakhaha. So this word, they have written that k plus a is k, and that is true. I think some people had doubts regarding that. So k plus a plus the aha would make khaha. So that's why this is correct. K plus a is k, and then if you add this visarga, it becomes khaha. So it's not incorrect to say k and a is k. In this word, if you were to break down the word, you would have to say n plus a plus k plus a plus visarga. So that's how we would break down the word. I hope that is clear for those who asked the question last class. Okay, so that is Krishna. The third example is Jyotihi, J and Y. So first, I'll just show you with my cursor. So we write the J, and then we write Y, and then O. So Jyo, the O kara. Try to recollect these things. And then we write, first we have to write the letter, save space for writing this line, because this is Ti. Ti is written with first the letter T and then the Ikara, the short Ikara. So next we have to write this line and then put the loop at the top. Then we draw the Visarga and Shirorekha. Jyotihi. We'll look at two more examples and then we'll try to write words in paint. Amba, so the simple akara, which we learned in the first class. And then we draw the m, half m, then the b. Don't get confused with the b and the v. It's very small difference. This line in the middle is the only difference. And then we write the long a and then Shirorekha at the top. This is Amba, that is mother. Pucham, this could be a little tricky to write. So but the same method is used. First we write pu. So remember, pu and sha look similar. There's only a diagonal line in the middle for sha, and there's nothing for pu. So even that could be a place you could get caught upon. So pucham, cha, and then the cha, the next letter after cha. This is just to stress, pucham. And then you put the small vertical line and then draw ma and put the halantam at the bottom, Shirorekha. So now we'll be looking at Antam shown in the first line, but not in the actual word. First line. So in the word, we are only dissecting m and b. So m and b becomes mb. if you want to add mb to a, let me show you once more. So if we add a, then it becomes this ba. I think that would make it clear. We are only looking at the Samyuktakshara. This is a Samyuktakshara. When we add it to a, then it becomes ba. It becomes long. Okay. Ucham. Okay. Now we look at paint. Okay. So we will look at a few words. The first one being kandukam. Please write along with me. Ka, and then the ukara at the bottom. Kandukam, right? So then we write the na, and then the kandu, here the du. Again the ka and the makara with the halantam. Then draw the shirorekha at the top. Kandukam means a ball. Okay. About that. Okay. Kandukam. I'll write that one more time. Ka, du, kam. The shirorekha should be straight. So the thing about dissecting the words is this would be written as k plus n. No, k plus a, because we need to make ka. K plus a makes ka. And then n. And then we write directly the, because the doesn't have a vowel attached in the middle. That's why they are a Samyuktakshara. There's no vowel in the middle. These two form the Samyuktakshara. The, and then we add the ukara, du, and then we write k, and then a, and then the, or you can also write the simple makara as it's shown in the word. This is how we write, how we break down a word. So we will be looking at games to help us with this tomorrow. But only point I wanted to say is we are looking at this area for Samyuktaksharas. This is the area we need to focus on. N and the makes the. Okay. Amlan Sahu Mahadaya, you may ask your question. Because we're in a new topic. I want everyone to be clear in the beginning. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so in K is full and L is half. So is that also a Samyuktakshara?
In which one? K and?
L.
La. We haven't gone there yet, but yes, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see different types. This is the first type. Okay. Okay. Arutra Sai.
Hello, Namaskaram. I wanted to understand. So, the same word, if we look at the ka and the ma, can you also turn that into a samyuktaksharam?
The Kma.
The kandukam, the kam. So, we're writing that as ka and ma. Instead of that, can you make that a samyuktaksharam as well?
No, because K plus A is Ka, and then we add the Ma. Kam. It has a vowel in the middle.
Vowel coming in
This
between.
is a
Understood.
vowel, right? So there is
Okay.
no. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. I think now people are clear. Okay, we'll continue. So Kandukam means a ball. Kandukam is a ball. We'll go to the next word. Sapta. So like seen in the video, first we write sa, and then we write half pa, and then the sapta. So observe the half pa and the full ta. You will see it like this as well, where it is completely on top. It looks like it's completely on top. It could be a little bit to the side as well. There are both ways of writing it. Sapta means 7. We will be learning numbers as well today. So we won't discuss that in detail now. Okay. The next word is shyenaha. So that would be asha and ya, shye, naha. Or you could include the line from the top. We discussed the 3 ways of writing sha, like this, or like this, or with. So we know those 3 ways. We won't go into detail about that, but you can include it in the line. Shyenaha is a hawk, the hawk bird. Okay, so next one is pustakam. First we write the pa and u. So this is a revision of Gunita Aksharas as well. Pusta, sta, kam. So here as well, sa and ta. Sa is half, ta is full. Pusta. This is the Samyuktakshara we are seeing here. Pustakam. The next one is Sankhya. Sang. You can also write Sankhya like this. Just observe it for now. Sankhya. And you can also just put a dot at the top. Sankhya. So here as well, observe the k is half and the y is a full. That's what we need to see here. Here. Now we move on to the next type. Type 2.
In some cases, the first consonant is written full and the second consonant is written below it. For example, kukkuraha. In some cases, the first consonant is written full and the second consonant is written below it. For example, kukkuraha. K plus k is k. The second k is written below the first. Similarly, in bhallukaha. L plus L is L. The second L is written below the first.
Sayamkalaha. Ng plus K. Ng. Angam. Ng plus G. Ng. Attaha. T plus T. T. Khadgaha. T plus G. G. Agni. G plus N. Gn. Plus N. N. Manchaha. N plus Ch. Nch. Panjaram. N plus J. Unj.
Okay. So that is the second type, where the first Vyanjana is written fully and the second one is written below it. For example, we saw kukkuraha. So when writing kukkuraha, try to make the k smaller when you write the Samyuktaksharam. Both of them have to fit, and for it to look good and be at the same size as other letters, you have to write the k smaller. So they're stacked up on each other. Kukkuraha, that's a dog. The next one is bhallukaha. Again, the l, we see a difference in the font here. It's okay, both types are correct. Bhallukaha is a bear. Again, make space. Try to make space and accommodate both of them. It shouldn't be too big. The normal l would fit in the same size, but we need to make it half the size to make it fit. The next one we saw is sayankalaha. Again, here the ng and k, both of them have to be smaller so that we fit them in the word. Yeah, so this is the second consonant is written below it. So in every example, you see the second one is written below. Second one is written below. And here as well, ng and k. So k is written below and the first consonant is written fully. This is angam. Again, the first one is written fully on top and the second one is written at the bottom. This is attaha. That's a story or building. T plus t. Both have to be smaller to accommodate the space. And now we will go to paint and see some examples. Okay, so we saw khadgam, kha, and then d and g, khadgam. Khadgam is a sword. So observe that we have to make the letters even smaller for them to fit. So let me do another one. Agnihi. We write a, and then gna. So it should be on top, right? So g, na, gnihi. Agnihi is fire. We see another one, annam. So a and na, annam. So when writing words, it's better to write the full, the makara, then just put a dot at the top. It's more accurate. Annam. Both are the same pronunciation. Manchaha. The next one is manchaha. So here as well, we see the nya and the ch together. So it becomes ch. Once you get see more and more texts, I encourage everybody to just open a Sanskrit textbook, open the Bhagavad Gita or something, and just observe the letters and observe which ones are Samyuktaksharas, which are Gunitaksharas. See what you can read and what is difficult. And that would really help us in proceeding, because this is more of a experience-based learning for Samyuktaksharas. The next one is J. So for this we have Panjaram. Panjaram is a cage. Panjaram means a cage. So now we'll look at the questions. Jahnavi Sharma, Bhagini, you may ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. For the shade in the type 1, in the sha, why do we reduce one matra, one part of the letter like a vertical line?
I didn't understand your question.
In type 1, in shlenam, why do we reduce
Okay.
like a vertical line?
You're talking about Shienaha, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, this is what a Samyuktakshara means. Half letter. So sh plus y is sh. These are just different ways which the script has developed. So why it's like a certain way, we don't have answers for that. But we will teach you what is available in the present. Okay. Now we go to the third type. The third type is, the second Vyanjanam is placed to the side or below the first Vyanjanam in some irregular position. So, for example, the h and n together makes n. It's difficult to pronounce, but it's important that you know how to write it first. Hna. So you see that inside the h, the n goes inside the h. For example, dm. So the and ma makes dm. So the becomes really small, and the bottom of the just connects with the ma and forms dma. Example is padmam. Padmam means a lotus. Next one is dha. So d plus dha. This is a very common one you see in texts. Yuddham. So dha is written on the side to the left of the. These you will just get by practice, and once you keep seeing the letters often, you will get this by practice. It will take time. This is not some theoretical thing which you can just memorize. You have to keep reading texts, keep seeing the Samyuktaksharas in different places. Yuddham, Baddham. You have to see them in different words. Then you will get the exact understanding of this. Then here, Vakyam. So k and y becomes kya. We learned this in the first type as well. You can understand this. It's just for your understanding that we created these types. It's not based on any book or something. This is kya, where half k and y combine together. And also the y does change its shape. So it does also come under type 3, which is, it becomes an irregular position. Y is in an irregular position. It's very small compared to its usual size. It's shrunk and it's on the bottom. So that's Vakyam, sentence. Then we have Purvanhaha. So Purvanhaha is forenoon, and the na comes inside the ha. Then we have Sahyam. Again, you observe the ha, and from this point, you see the ya taking place. It shoots from here, and again the ya is shrunk, and it goes to the bottom right. So now we look at examples in paint. We have madhyanha, madhya. So observe here we have dhya, dh and y combined together. And then observe this very carefully. Ha, first we write the ha, then we write the na inside it. Madhyanha, ha. Then again the visarga. Madhyanha is afternoon. Purvanha is a forenoon. We will go to the next one. You can ask the rest of the questions at the end because I've explained the basic idea. We have the letter dve, d and v. So it is interesting. It looks like an English A. Dve means the number 2. So it's combination of d and v to make the. And then we have jihva. So first we write the j, g, and then va. We write the va inside the ha, and then shirorekha. This means a tongue. So that is jihva. You can look at it one more time. The ha is really important. To next class, we'll be going through the details of each letter and how they combine. Today, we are just introducing the 5 types. And we have Brahma, that is ba and ra. So observe this because we haven't learned this yet. This is how a ra would look. Ra looks really different. So we have the 4th type for that. We'll be learning it soon. Brahm. So it's interesting. It will take some practice to write this. It's like this. Brahma. Then another matra. So remember that the hma, when it's written like this is a Samyuktakshara, it's written as half. So hm. If you remove the halantam and then you write a, it is ma. So 2 snaps, ma. It has to be that long. And if you keep it as it is without halantam or a vertical line, it is hma, which is only 1 snap. Hma, 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 ma. That is the count. That's important because I am looking at your answers in the assignments and most of you get everything right, but some places the pronunciation, the dirgha and hrasva differentiation was difficult. I thought I should tell that one more time. Then we have vruddhaha, v, r, vr, dhaha. So look at this, how interesting. It's like it's holding somebody on its back. So the is holding the. This is actually the plus the. But the comes to the left side of the when we write it. Vriddhaha. Now we look back at the slides. Sahyam is completed. We have type 4, which is the rephaha. So the rephaha is just a way of saying ra, the rakaraha. It takes different positions depending on whether it is the first vyanjana or the second vyanjana. So please listen to this part carefully. It takes different positions depending on if it is the first one, like r plus k, or if it is k plus r. We'll be looking at both the types now. So sarpaha. So r plus p is rp. So see how it has a hook or like a horn at the top. So rp. the R completely changes its form and it comes at the top of the letter. And observe that it is not on this. That is wrong. It always comes on the second, just like how we learned in the Gunita Aksharas, that Pa is written like P is written like this. This hook, this loop has to come on the second vertical line. This is very important. So, Ripa, Sarpaha. This is one type where Ra is the first Vyanjana. We'll look at another example, Arkaha, that is the sun. So here as well, Ra is the first Vyanjana. So we see the same hook on top of the Ka. So wherever you see a hook on top of a Vyanjana, this is the Rakara manifesting. This is Arkaha. Yeah, ignore the previous slide. Vyagraha. Here, observe that the Ra comes at the bottom. It just becomes a slant line at the bottom. Remember how we learned about Brahma. So the Brahma had a Bra. This had the Rakara manifesting as well. So that's just to revise the previous word. Vyagraha is a tiger. Now we look at some examples. Chakram. So first you draw Cha, and then you draw the K, and this is the Rakara, Chakram, Repa. Chakram has the Makara ending. This is Chakram. This is K plus R. Kr. It is not the other way around. It's important which letter is coming first. That's why we need to dissect these things and say K plus R. It's not Ra plus K. Ra plus K is different. Ra plus K would be like in Arkaha, as we saw. Plus R plus K plus the Visarga plus plus the Visarga. So that is okay. Arkaha. So the hook comes at the top when Ra is the first letter, first Vyanjana. Then we have Vajram. Va, Ja, and the Ra comes here. Please practice along with me. Vajram. J plus R. And then we have Vajram means a diamond. Parvataha. Parvataha. This is a mountain. So observe this R at the top, the hook at the top. This means the Ra comes first. If it is at the bottom, it means the Ra comes second. Parvataha is mountain. Then we have Amram. So A and then Mra. Then the Amram. That is Mram. Mra. Ma plus R. So simple way to remember is if it's coming at the top, Ra is first. If it's coming at the bottom like this, then it is second. Just remember these two things. It should be easy then. Now we go to the fifth type, the last type. That is, there are some cases where the Samyuktaksharani are represented by symbol which does not look like the two component Vyanjanani. For example, Ragni. So J and Ny makes Ny. like in Ragni, which is queen. Then we have K and Sh, which makes Ksha, like in Kakshaha or Vruddhaha or Vrikshaha. This is the Ksha. So the K and Sh combined and make Ksha. Vrikshaha is a tree. Nakshatram. So you see the Ksha again here. It is K plus Sh, and then the Tra is again, whenever Ra comes second, we learned that this slanting line comes. So try to remember that point. Ra is second here, so we see this slanting line. But one thing we have to remember is this has a special symbol, so it is Tra. T plus R is Tra. So none of this could be making sense because it's different from everything we learned. These are exceptions. These are not rules, but they're exceptions, these three. And we have this Kshatra and Gnya, and then we have alternative forms. Some Samyuktaksharas can be written in multiple ways. So if you see Sh and Ch, like Sh as shown here, or as Sh as shown here, they both are accepted, both are right. And we also have Kukkutaha, which could look like stacked up on each other or next to each other as half letter. This is also correct. We have Shaktihi, which is strength, and then we can write it this way. Or we can just write it simply as half K and thumb. Whatever you write is acceptable. The reason why we are showing you the different ways is when you read, you shouldn't get confused. You can write whichever is comfortable for you, but when you read, you will get all sorts of things. You may see this or this, so you should be able to identify them. This is Agnihi, so Gn. We learned that it could be stacked up on each other or it could be next to each other. Then Ashvaha, which is a horse. Shva, it could be written as shown here. So it could be written like this, or it could be written like this, next to each other, or this hook could be on top, just like we learned Shri. And we learned that it could also be like Shri as this. So the same thing here as well. The next one is Mallaha. Similar to the Ka on top of each other, we have the L stacked on each other or next to each other. We have Prashnaha. So Sh and Na. I will show you this one. Sh, Shna, ha. So, and then we have Shna like this as well. We also have Sh as we learned in the first slide, like this or like this. So both are accepted. This is Chanchuhu, beak. So it can be written next to each other or on top of each other. Next is Panjaram. Again, same thing. Ny and Ja. Ny, J, or it could be written on top of each other or next to each other. Then we have letter combination. Ma, T, and Y. Like in Matsya. S, T, and Y combine to form a new letter. There are combinations of more than two Vyanjanas. So in Chandraha, so we have N, D, and R together. We learned that the R, when it comes later, it's always at the bottom. Matsyaha, like T, S, and Y, Sya. And Pakshma, so eyelid. K, Sh, we learned that K and Sh makes Ksha, and then added with Ma makes Kshma. Then we have Yantram, which is the N plus T and R. We already learned T and R makes Tr, this symbol. We learned this symbol. So now we just add the N on top of it. So, or you could also write it like, one second. Yeah. This comes on top. Could be tricky. something like this. Yantram. The next one is Stri. So again, the sa and the tr. Stri. So many people write it in different ways. Some people write it through the middle, and some people write it at the bottom, in the same line, or at the bottom. So there are several ways of writing it. First, we need to learn how to identify it. Then we will be able to write it. Stri. Okay. The next one is Ushtraha. Shtra. So look at the ra here. It's totally different from what we learned so far. So it's like an arrow at the bottom. That is Ushtraha. Shtraha. Shtr. So this is Ushtraha. That's a camel. Now we're going to learn numbers. Numbers, we don't need to learn the words yet. You can try and read it. Shunya. Look at the n and y. Shunya is 0. Ekam. This is easy to read. Again, dve. We looked at this when we learned about the third type of Samyuktaksharas, which was one is written in an irregular position. So the and va is written at the bottom like an English A. Dve, trini. Look at the t plus r makes tr. Trini, chatvari. T and v makes tv. So chatvari is 4. Pancha, ny plus ch is ch. So remember, we also learned that it could be next to each other. So just try to remember these things when you're looking at it. This is the plus r. And then shat, sapta. Remember, I said that we can write it next to each other, or some people prefer to write it as on top of each other. So both the options are there. Ashta. So ashta is generally written on top of each other. These are things you just learn over time. So don't be worried if you don't know all of them immediately in class. These are something which come with reading more of Sanskritam texts. So we'll only be learning these symbols. Why I plan to introduce this to you people is because I feel like many times when I was personally studying Ayurveda and text in Ayurveda, the shloka numbers are always written in Sanskritam and in these number formats. So whenever there's this kind of a number like, and then I can't read it, or if it's, I get confused with what shloka number I'm on. So it really troubled me. So I thought by introducing everyone to numbers, it will help them in recognizing the symbols and easily understanding which number they're on. So we'll be learning this here itself. So look at 0. It's just written similar to the English 0, but it's written circular. It's not written oval. It's written as a circle. And then 1. 1 is written like this. 1 can also be written like this, straight, like an English 9, little bit like a 9. It can be written like this as well. You'll see both types. 2 is written similar to an English 2, but it has a little fancy curve at the end. And 3 is written similar to English 3, but at the bottom, again, it has another curve, just like the letter E. So the same curve is seen in 2 and 3, just like E. And then we have 4. This is 4. This is 5. 5 again. 5 looks a little bit like the So there is no Shiroreka for the numbers. So that is the difference. Okay, vriddhaha. Vriddhaha is the the vowel, the v and r, the vowel r. So that is this. Somebody asked a question, or we've learned it in class as this. In the fonts, you saw it this way, but it is a short rikara. So vriddhaha.
Number 9, how to write Nava?
Yeah, we'll go to that. Please mute yourself. Okay. So now we go to 6. 6 is the opposite of 3. Just look at 3 and 6. They look similar, but it's 6 is like the mirror image of 3. So it's easy to remember whenever you see the mirror image of a 3, it's a 6. And 7 looks like a 6 in English. This could be a little bit confusing. It's written like this. 8 is written like this, and 9 is written like this. Ramesh Mahaday, you may ask a question.
The thing is, Vruddhaha, Yuddham, the Samyuktakshara writing type is a bit confusing or illogical, I think. The second Vyanjana is coming first.
Yeah, there are a few differences like that. We just need to learn them, as this is the intricacies of the language writing itself. Vriddhaha, yeah, the second letter is coming first. You are correct. The is first and then the dha, but we write it the opposite way. This is just,
in some other letters, it is coming second.
Yeah.
And regarding that Refa, it is exactly logical. First, if it comes, it above the Sirorekha, and if it comes after, and it is below the first Vyanjana. So that is very much it is understandable, but this is confusing.
Yeah, this is a first class, right? Tomorrow we'll learn more about it, so it will be easier. Okay, so we learned the 9 numbers. So I hope everybody practices these 9 numbers, because if you know these 9 symbols, you can make any number out of them. For example, if you want to write 56, you can write 5 and then 6. This is 56. And then if you want 12, you can write 2, 1 and 2. And you will be able to read them in texts as well. Now we'll move on to the challenge. So observe the following letters and identify which are Samyuktaksharas and which are Gunitaksharas. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So first tell me which are Samyuktaksharas.
Third one.
Okay, 3 and 4. I got many answers, but the correct answer is 3 and 4. This is the letter the plus the is this the. And then this is the plus r. Dr. This is t plus r. Tr. The last one is the plus y. Dear. So this is just for revising the Gunitaksharas and Samyuktaksharas, which are very similar to each other. So yeah, many people got it right, but few people are confused. It's understandable. This is a very hard question. So this is tr, dr, d, dia. So the last two are Samyuktaksharas, the first two are Gunitaksharas. Today we learned 5 types of Samyuktaksharas, the alternative forms and letter combinations with more than one Samyuktakshara, more than two Samyuktakshara, two Vyanjana.